as USC looks forward to the arrival of newly hired Lincoln Riley. Let's look at the 17 head coaches in the modern era of Trojans football who produced a record of 792-317-40 with 11 national championships over the last 103 years. The good, USC had played football games sporadically since 1888, but Henderson was the first full-time coach and the Trojans emerged as a power almost from his start. The Trojans went 6-0 in 1920 and posted their first Rose Bowl victory on New Year's Day 1923, defeating Penn State. The next season, USC moved from Bovard Field on campus to the Coliseum. The Bag, Henderson was 0-5 against California, nicknamed the Wonder Team for its 5 consecutive unbeaten seasons from 1920 to 1924. The last loss prompted USC to fire Henderson and pursue Notre Dame's Knute Rockne, who turned down the offer. Henderson was dubbed Gloomy Gus by Los Angeles Times sports editor Paul Lowry after a popular cartoon character because he constantly downplayed the Trojans' chances of winning. The letter, Henderson wrote a letter to Rockne during Notre Dame's famed unbeaten 1924 season stating the Trojans would welcome a chance to play the Irish. Although Henderson was let go before a game could be arranged, the series was launched in 1926 with a 13-12 Notre Dame victory in front of 75,000 at the Coliseum that Rockne called the greatest game I ever saw. The good, Rockne recommended Jones for the USC job after turning it down himself, and Jones was exceptional, leading the Trojans to national championships in 1928, 1931, 1932 and 1939 and 5 Rose Bowl wins. Dubbed the Thundering Herd, the Trojans outscored UCLA by a combined score of 128-0 in their first 2 meetings under the stone-faced Jones. The 1932 USC national championship team outscored opponents 201-13. The sad, described by the Times Jim Murray as an austere, forbidding man, Jones died of a heart attack at age 55 in the summer of 1941, ending his 16-year reign at USC. The invention, Jones created the Howard H. Jones Collegiate Football Game, a 1930s board game that featured a mechanical device that launched a tiny ball for punts, kickoffs and field goals. Arrows were spun to determine the outcome of plays. The quotes, former Thundering Herd player Nick Pappas on Jones, off the field, his personality was practically nothing. But on the practice field, he was electrifying. You could sense the electricity when he walked onto the field. You didn't have to turn around and look, you knew he was there.